Okay, I think the little stems are dry enough now. I'm going to take a little bit of the white and just a touch of the same brown color, because I don't want a bold white, but I want just enough of the brown in it to kind of dull it a little bit. And I add just a little bit of the color and then go back with my brush with just a little water on it and just kind of create the highlight on the one side. And that's really all I do to do that. And there's lots of other ways you can do it. You can actually do a side-loaded float, but I just find this is a little easier. And if I get a little too much white and it takes away from the stem, all you have to do is go back in with a little bit of brown. Well, if I can get some brown on the tip of the brush and kind of camouflage it, and it makes it look okay. All right, now this is how I pull up the little grassy green stuff to kind of simulate if the pumpkin was actually sitting in a field. And that's just how I like to do the bottom edge of my little pumpkins. I just think it's cute, and I've always done it. I do it using a fan brush. This one is rather worn. It was from one of those sets of the Nail Tech brushes. This is the new set that I just got. You get all these brushes for like $2 and something. They come from China. I get them off eBay. But they are wonderful for doing all of this kind of work with. And this one's seen better days, but as long as it still produces, I'm going to keep using it. And I thin down the paint and then just load it onto the fan brush like that. And then just carefully, as I hold it, and I do end up getting a lot of paint on my fingers doing this, just kind of pull up. And I don't go all the way across the bottom. I kind of like for it to come mostly up one side. And that's just the look that I like for the little greenery. And I do just enough that it's pleasing to me. And then stop, because otherwise you can overdo it and then you have a mess to try to go back and fix. And then with the dampened toothbrush and a little bit of the dark brown that you did the stem with, add a little bit of spattering. Don't overdo it on the small pieces, because then it kind of will take away from them instead of enhance them. And once I add the brown, I rinse that and I touch into a little bit of the yellow paint. And it doesn't take much. And add just a little bit of yellow highlight over the top. And that's what kind of gives it, I don't know, it just adds to the dimensional look to it. And then once they get good and dry, you can flip them over and you can write your details for whatever on the back of them, and then put your varnish on them, and they're ready to give away. You can add magnets to them. There's just all kinds of little things you can do with the little pumpkins. But that's how easy it is to make them.